Hey, it's great to be back. This is really one of the most fun activities that we do all year. It's great to see old friends. I can't believe it's that many years, and I really feel part of the community now, as we all do. My colleagues are all finding their place at the table. When this organization was refounded, this is not like any other health-related charity that you support, cancer or really any other field. We wanted to treat science as it really should be treated, as an art form. And you don't go to Picasso and say, you know, I want a painting from you, and it has to be blue, and it has to be this size, and it has to have this many figures. Science is all about creativity and imagination. Very often the way we fund science is we fund projects which limits creativity and imagination, and we didn't want to do that. We wanted to take the very best people internationally throughout the world, people with great ideas, with track records, whether they are senior experienced investigators or young people with wonderful ideas, and give them the resource they need and the security in the resources that they need to be able to follow their dreams. It usually takes a couple of years before people get the idea that it's not the specific aims that are listed that we're really talking about. We're really talking about creativity and imagination, and it's been extraordinarily successful. One thing to keep in mind, and I'm going to make a political comment, but I think it's a fairly benign one, is that we're talking a lot about healthcare reform now, and there's a tremendous amount of debate. And I actually wrote a letter to the New York Times that they didn't publish several years ago when this was beginning. I said it's like saying, you know, the roof is leaking, so let's buy more buckets, rather than trying to fix the leak. The best way to lower healthcare costs is to prevent disease. The best way to limit healthcare costs is to take care of people and cure them so they're not sick forever. And research is the piece that you never hear this discussed. In all of the debate about healthcare reform, I've read thousands of pages about it over the last year, and I never see people focusing on that component. They're always talking about taking care of people, but the fact is the best way you can take care of somebody is to prevent them from getting ill, or to take care of them before they get very sick, or to cure their disease. And research is the part that has to be emphasized. It's really not being emphasized right now at all, except in this room and in rooms like this. We are totally dependent on the support of the community, you, for really making the advances that are going to be making the big differences rather than the small differences from time to time. And so I applaud you for being here, for supporting our efforts to get rid of breast cancer and all cancers, because they're all related, by doing the highest possible quality science. And I have some of the highest possible quality scientists imaginable here with me. I'm honored to be on the same podium as they are, and I'll be sitting joining them in a second. Arnie Levine from the Institute for Advanced Study in Princeton, New Jersey. Cliff Hudis, who's also the scientific director of the chief of the Scientific Advisory Committee of the BCRF. He's from Memorial Sloan-Kettering. Joyce Lingerland, who I didn't realize till just now is a Canadian. I just came back from Vancouver. I didn't know that. I think you're from Toronto, yes. From the University of Miami, with Mark Littman from the University of Miami, and Joan Brugge from Harvard Medical School. All superb, sterling scientists of great accomplishment, and what's even more important, great imagination. And what I've asked each of them to do is just spend a few minutes just talking about the thing that they're doing now, supported by you, that is the thing that excites them the most. What I want to just transmit is the excitement that exists in modern contemporary science by understanding the very fundamental nature of cancer, so that we can really, truly get control of it at its most fundamental sort of stages. And I'll join them. I'll talk about some things that I also am doing that are very exciting. And we'll try to be very brief, because what we're here mostly to do is to answer your questions about science, about cancer, and about medicine. So, Arnie?